That guy's digging it for sure. Alright, ¿qué pasó, vatos locos? Aquí estamos. Alright, what's up, you guys? John's Moto Garage. I'm John. This is where we buy, ride, and sell motos. Now, some of you very observant viewers there may have noticed that I'm actually not on a motorcycle at the moment. That's right, you guys, I'm sitting atop a 2008 Suzuki Burgman scooter. Now, like I said before, I'm not partial. If it's got two wheels, I'm down to give it a shot. We'll get into it in a minute as far as what the heck I'm doing on a scoot. This is like real foreign to me. I've never done it before. But let's take her for a spin and see how she feels first. Here we are in the heart of C-Town. That's Chandler, AZ. So far, first impressions, this thing, like I said, feels kind of weird compared to a Moto. There's no clutch. It's fully auto. Wicked light. You can throw this thing around like nobody's business. So that's a plus, I suppose. Anyway, long story on this one. Basically, of a friend of a friend of a friend got word that I buy a lot of motorcycles, and so he told his friend who was trying to sell this about me, and then here you have it. We are checking out the Scoot, and this is just the test ride. I don't even know how much money this dude is looking to get on this bike. I've never looked at a scooter, ever. I know a lot of people flip lots of scooters. I've never done it. Never ever flipped a Scoot. Haven't even looked at one in person. This is definitely the first. So anyway, I don't know what he's trying to get for it, so we'll have to talk to him about that. And I just did a quick search on Craigslist. The only one I found was a lot newer and had lower miles. This one's got just under 20,000, and this one's been tipped over. It's got some blemishes on it. In fact, why don't we jump off and I'll show you what we're looking at here. But these things pretty quick and zippy. Well, actually, I wouldn't say quick, but zippy might be the right word for these. Let's roll over here. This looks like a cool spot. I'm all over the place on this thing. Let's pull it up right here. This looks like a beautiful spot. All right, it'll turn off presumably if I put the kickstand down. Yep, as advertised. All right, so here you guys have it, Suzuki Burgman. This is the 400. You can get this in a 650 as well. As you can see, he used it to commute. That's why it's got, you know, relatively higher miles. He got new tires, new brakes. He did the maintenance. This is a one-owner bike, so he definitely, you know, did what you have to do. But it's got that wear and tear from normal use. Otherwise, though, it's a Scoot. I don't know what else I can tell you about it. Just got some light blemishes around it. Nothing too gnarly. Patina, the rust that you got sitting over there. Definitely is going to need a big a bath. But oh, what a beautiful, beautiful machine here that we're looking at. Suzuki Burgman. Love the windshield. Absolutely love it. You're missing a bar end here. He said he had it tipped over on this side. Hard to say for sure. Oh, it's got a center stand too. Cool. So, oh, you even have a brake lock? Interesting. All right, kickstand's up. Let's start this. Fire it back up and let's race it. Yeah, I can see why people love like zipping through. You know, if it's like a real busy, congested area, this thing's got to be awesome because it's so lightweight. And because it's so lightweight, even though it's not super powerful, you just like zip around without any problemos. That guy's digging it for sure. So I don't even know. I'm gonna see what he wants to get out of it, and with this, you know, friend of a friend of a friend, I'll just be totally upfront with them and say, look, if I buy it, I plan to turn around and sell it. So obviously I think you could probably make some money on it yourself if you sell it. But if you don't want to go through the headache and hassle of doing that and take on any of the risk, then I would be willing to. But it's going to come down to price, and I don't even know. I'm thinking it's gonna have to be around like $500, which I don't think he'll like. I think he'll probably want to get more like $1,000 for it. But if you can get a 2013 with lower miles and arguably better condition, if you can get that for only $1,600 or less, then I just don't know where my margins are going to be with this. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. So one thing I wanted to do with this, and that's part of the reason why I'm checking it out, is we're going to be doing a segment. No, I'm going to do a segment where I see. So a lot of you out there may be thinking, yeah, that's cool, you can buy and sell motos, but you're buying these 4 or 5 up to, you know, $10,000 motorcycles, and I don't have that kind of capital laying around, so that doesn't even relate to me. But truth be told, when I got into this, I didn't have that kind of capital either, and I was starting with $2,000 to $3,000 motorcycles. So the goal with this bike, if I do buy it, is going to be showing you guys how you can start with a Moto for under $2,000 and how you can work your way up to potentially your dream bike. So I think it'd be awesome to start with the Moto here, and we'll just document the progression going from this bike or a bike like it, depending if we end up getting it, up to a motorcycle like a $10,000 to $15,000 Harley Davidson Street Glide or Road Glide or Victory or Honda Goldwing F6P, whatever it may be. That'll be the goal if this works off. And if it doesn't, we'll keep our eyes open and peeled for another bike. I wonder if I can drag a knee on this thing. I bet there's somebody on YouTube who has dragged a knee on the Suzuki Burgman 400. It will be to demonstrate how you can start with less than 2,000 bucks and work your way up to a motorcycle that's worth a lot more. Just take some discipline, finding good deals, and a little bit of negotiation. So that may or may not be the start today if we end up picking up this bike. Dang, Prius, so slow. Alright, you guys, so take two. So here's what went down. We talked price a little bit, and I offered 700 because honestly, I just have no idea. KBB's, you know, anywhere from like 2,000 to 3,000 bucks, but I really don't think it'll be anywhere close to that. And we're not far off. Him and I, he wants around 1,000 bucks for it. The thing is, I don't know if, you know, I'll get more than $1,000 to $1,300 if I were to sell it, and so that's not worth it to me. However, real cool guy, a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, and so for that reason I offered to just go take some pics real quick, and I'll throw up a post for him, just doing how I typically do the posts, and we'll see if it sells. And I think it'd be awesome if he can get, you know, 2,000 bucks for it. That's super good. It's a win-win because this way I'll learn a little bit more about the market on these awesome scoots. Oh, this thing's actually real fun. I could totally mob one of these around. There's got to be a good place somewhere. Let's try right here. This isn't the awesomest backdrop. Now, of course, I don't have my good camera. The key with this is going to be being upfront and straightforward about the cosmetics. Dang it, my lighting is just horrible. That's a little bit better. So this one may not be the one, you guys, for the YouTube Moto flip, you know, where we show you how you can take $2,000 and turn it into $20,000 with 5 simple steps. This one may not be the one for that. If we can help out a friend of a friend of a friend, and that's not too bad. That's some time well spent, you know. Now, one of the things I'll tell him, or at least recommend, is when he has a minute, just come and give it a bath. Presentation is everything, and that'll make a world of difference. All right, let's zip it around to another spot. It's the little details, my friends. It's the little details, and I'm enjoying just riding this sucker around the block. I like this part of town, kind of old school, very quaint. Oh, close call. All I'm looking for is a good spot to take photos. This is going to turn into like a 40-minute ride. When you're doing pics of a motorcycle that you're selling, you really want to get as good at lighting as possible, a nice clean backdrop. You don't have to be a professional photographer. Nowadays, with all the smartphones, that's almost better sometimes than what you get with your super expensive DSLR camera. Dude, this thing is sweet. 101 degrees outside. Wicked nice. Is that a shoe? Oh, dude, it's a detour, man. Oh, no, you can do it. Cool. Easy does it. Oh, that sun is horrible. Can you turn here? That's sketchy terrain. Very sketchy terrain. Like I said, you guys, I'm going to end up in, like, downtown Phoenix when all I'm really looking for is a spot to take photos of the Moto. The dude's probably going to think I stole the bike at this point. I've been gone for so long. I can totally see how this would be an enticing and appealing option because you don't have the clutch you have to deal with in rush hour. In Cali, you can freaking split lanes, so you're zipping all over the place. 400cc, I don't know how many miles per gallon this thing gets, but it's probably a ton. So this is the economical choice, you guys. The Burgman 500, 400, whatever it is. Definitely an economical choice. It's gonna be weird jumping back on a normal motorcycle, getting used to using the clutch again and stuff. I'm probably gonna forget how to ride. All right, can you zip in front of a truck? That's the big question. Yeah, I think we got it. I think we got it. You can even pass up vehicles in this thing, you guys. This thing is awesome possum. I would definitely put an exhaust on this thing, give it some dank, throaty exhaust sound. I would probably do mini apes, throw up some mini apes on it. I'd turn it into a bobber. I'd get rid of the seat, turn it into a solo seat. I'd probably take the scooter part of it off, and then I'd put like a Harley on top of it. I think that'd be cool. Look at these. Brakes work. Actually, after all this work, I think the best spot to take the picture is gonna be right here. Bingo. Alright, you guys, so there you have it. Checking out the Suzuki Burgman 400. Wasn't one for us to buy, but hopefully we'll help this dude get it sold. I hope that he gets top dollar for it, honestly. Super cool guy. And that'll give us an idea of what the market is. Who knows, maybe I'll start looking at them. Just one more option to add to the portfolio there. Alright, you guys, I gotta zip back to La Casa, do some stuff, and we'll hit you guys up on the west side. Adios.